गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिन्युति नामिने। नमः आचार्यपादाय नित्यकृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामधारिणे। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। Yeah, nobody has joined. Swati Mataji, would you like to sing a small bhajan? You sing, right, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Okay, no. Jaya Raga Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Raga Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Raga Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय राधा माधव की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. Mataji or Prabhuji, who is iPad? Is it Mataji or Prabhuji? Hare Krishna. Can you rename Mataji? Is it our Ekambar Rao Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Mataji? Oh, okay. Okay, so I will simply start with the revision. Neha Mataji can listen, right? Okay. Yesterday, the main focus was on controlling the mind actually. But mind control it's actually next to impossible, but it is not. Krishna says in 6th chapter, it is not. Abhyasena yuktena vairagyena cha prapadyate. 6.35 he says Krishna. But still, why we are not able to control our mind? Main reason is we are not controlling the senses. If we are able to control our senses, only then the mind control can take place. Actually, what happens if without studying till class 10, or like can we go to the 11th and 12th PU We cannot. Till 10th, it is mandatory. Maybe there are some children who do not attend the pre-KG, UKG, LKG, directly go to class 1. They find it very difficult to cope up. So same thing here. What is happening is, gross is easy to control. Subtle is difficult to control. Okay. So I think this is Anita Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Is it Anita Mataji? Or Raviraj Ahlavat Prabhu only?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji. Hari Hari Bol. I started with the revision, Mataji. Okay. Yesterday you attended, so it will be easier for you. Okay. So now, mind control, we all talk about. So many yoga systems are there. So all the yoga system, like, they start with the mind control. Close your eyes, they will say. But they will say, focus on your breathing. And they are trying to control the mind. And why do they say close your eyes? Because actually it is easy to control the eyes than the mind. Mind is sukshma. Sukshma means subtle. And gross means it is stula. Gross, we call it a stula. Like eyes, ears, nose, all these things are gross. Means we can see, we can touch, we can feel. All those things are gross. Which we cannot see, which we cannot touch. That is sukshma, subtle. Subtle things are very difficult to control. If a doctor comes to know about the disease, if some disease explicitly, we can see outwardly. So it is easier for the doctor to understand. Some disease, nothing is outwardly, seen. Then the patient has to explain. The doctor takes a little more time to understand that. So same way, it is always easier to control the gross things. That means, what are the gross things? 5 senses. 5 karmendriya are very easy to control. You see, we like say sometimes what happened, we want small children, they touch the fire. 1 or 2 times if we say, they may not be able to understand. And once if they touch by themselves, and they will know. Next time onwards, if I touch, I will not be. Till then, what we say, don't, they don't. There is a proverb in Tamil, unless and until one goes through what it is, nobody will be able to understand. So that is very difficult. Same way here, yesterday's lesson was mind control. Everyone focuses on. We find it very difficult because directly attacking the mind will not be able to understand. Mind will not be able to listen. So what do we have to do? We have to start the controlling process from the gross. Gross is stula sharir. Today also we may see in this chapter, stula sharir means what we can see outside. Hand we can see, eyes we can see, ears all we can see. So these all are gross. So easy to control the senses. That is all. So without controlling the senses, if one aims to control the mind, then it will be very difficult. So what are we supposed to do? First, we are supposed to control our senses. Yesterday, that, what is it? Kurmangani, one verse comes in the 2nd chapter. We have to control our senses as the tortoise. Tortoise, their head will be out and they'll be walking. And suddenly they sense some danger. Some person is coming, or they may sense something, whatever it is, smell. So because their head is out, they can smell, they can hear, they can see. So whenever they sense some danger, they take all their senses inside. Right? That is what is sense control. So once if we start controlling our senses, it will be easier for the mind to listen. Mind is like a monkey. Very difficult to control the mind, but very easy to control the senses. So that is why yesterday it was said, the mind keep on contemplating. Dhyayate vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate sanga sanjayate kama krodho vijayate. Mind dhyayate vishayan pumsa. The mind keeps on thinking. Then automatically we develop a lust, desire. And once the desire gets very deep, then after that controlling the mind is difficult. So that is why the one very first puff smoke, when people are able to control, they will never be even turning back and see it. But those who are not, only once, twice, they will never be able to control, because the mind is already, the senses have already tasted it. The senses did not listen to the mind. Mind kept on telling, on the top it is written, it is danger, don't. But the senses wanted the pleasure. Senses wanted to enjoy. Senses wanted to fulfill their desire. Okay, Hare Krishna. So today we will go. So yesterday's lesson is, we have to first start with the sense control. Once we start with the sense control, then it is easier to control our mind. Hare Krishna. So finally, yesterday, where did Krishna? Is it clear? On my side, it is blinking. And audio, everything clear? You can give me one thumbs up. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees once again on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple, Namanishta Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Welcome all dear devotees. See, with the playlist will be there. We were revising yesterday's verses. So, because actually there need to be a continuity. If the continuity is not there, what happens is understanding new things become very difficult. So you can go always back and listen to the playlist for the revision. So yesterday, where did Krishna finish? Do any one of you want to write? What was the last verse and where did Krishna finish? The last verse of the chapter. Hare Krishna. Krishna finishes that jnana. Finally, one has to understand. One second, I will read the verse. The last verse. That is, yesterday's was a long chapter, 72 verses were there. Vihaya kaman sarvan, pumsham charati nisprihaha. Last but one. Nirmamo nirahankara, sashantimadi gachati. Nirmamo nirahankara. That, we have to control the I factor, finally. Nira ahankara. So that counts. And previous verse was apuryamanam machalam pravishtam. As the rivers come and meet the ocean, the ocean is not perplexed, right? Ocean will not be disturbed by the small rivers coming and joining. The ocean remains calm. In the sense, ocean will be performing its function. Waves will be coming and going. But the ocean is not disturbed by the different rivers coming. Same way, the mind should not be disturbed by the different inputs of our senses. So we should be in a position to control our senses. Then the mind automatically will be easily controlled. So senses cannot be controlled. That is very difficult. We need to practice a lot. Even if the senses are giving some inputs, the mind learns to be calm when we practice abhyasa. Okay. Now, so Arjuna is asking today Krishna, oh Krishna, you told me actually to fight. Then finally you tell this jnana is very important. If jnana is very important, then why did you tell me to fight? I can go to the forest, I can, learn the shastras, I can gain more knowledge, but you are telling me to fight. Why? So Arjuna is not able to understand. But again, very sorry to say, Arjuna is able to understand. We people in our daily life, we are not able to understand what is correct, what are we supposed to do. That is the reason. For us, Arjuna is asking again and again. Okay, so yesterday also Arjuna said, what was that? Ekam vada vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekaiha kurunandana Bahushakakya Nantaksha, that bird picture and all. Do you remember? Ekaga Kurunandana. So only single focus. 2.11 to 2.30, it was the answer for the first question. What was the question? First one? Not the question, concern, compassion. So Krishna told, don't worry, you are not killing them. Their soul is eternal. So Krishna explained all the characteristics of soul. Oh Arjuna, go on fighting. You will only perish their physical body, which is only is perishable, not the soul. Soul is eternal. Then comes the other answers. Oh, once again, the other answers Krishna is telling in the. Oh, it's not given. Okay, till the last end of the chapter, Krishna is giving the other answers. That is, it is not sin because every activity, if you perform keeping Krishna in the center, it is not at all a sin. You are going to fight, you are going to kill. As a soldiers kill, it is not a sin. As a doctor also, by mistake, while operation kills, it's not a sin because they all are doing their dharma. Your dharma is Kshatriya dharma. You are a Kshatriya. So your dharma is to protect people. For that protection, if you have to kill, if you have to annihilate certain disturbing elements, you have to. So that is your duty. If you do not do it, what will happen in future? People will talk ill about you. Oh, Arjuna ran away from the battlefield. He is such a darpok, they will say. He is such a coward person, they will say. That will kill you every minute. You will not be able to hear that. Ashocha. Why are you thinking like this? You are not supposed to think like that. Ashocha. You, Krishna is scolding Arjuna. You are thinking as if you are a, what is called, fool. Why are you thinking like that? So go and do your dharma. What is your dharma? Fighting is your dharma. Fighting for the sake of giving protection to others. So now again, as I told, Arjuna is asking, tell me one thing, don't confuse me, Krishna. Tell me, don't do any activity. Then you say, do activity for the sake of Krishna. Then you say, better than doing all the activities, gaining knowledge is better. So I'm very confused now. So the first verse in the 3rd chapter is, Arjuna is telling, I am confused. So please tell me one thing. Ekam vada. What am I supposed to do? Karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasasmaran indriyarthan vimoodatma mityachara sauchyate. Indriyani samyamya. Indriyam means senses. Indriyani samyam. Samyam means control. Atma samyam. Self-control, we say, no? So, indriyani samyamya. A person, one who is able to control his senses. One who restrains the senses. What will happen to him? Yaste manasasmaran. He only will be able to focus. Manasasmaran. He will be able to fix his mind on one thing. So, indriyarthan vimoodatma mityachara uchyate. A person without controlling the senses, if he tries to focus his mind, it is like a pretender. Means, see, there are so many pictures you all might have seen, not the picture even. We may see, if you go to Haridwar and all, there are so many sannyasis. These sannyasis will be wearing the kavi vastra, that is the sannyasi vastra. In one hand, kamandalu will be there, but in one hand, they may be smoking. So what are they? Pretenders. What are they doing? They are saying, we do yoga, we meditate on the Lord, and our mind is very much controlled. But their senses are not controlled, no? They are not able to give up that smoking. Bidi, they are not able to leave. And Prajalpa, they are not able to leave. They keep on talking. If they catch hold of somebody, they will talk about the Vedas a lot. And talking about Veda is not Prajalpa, but at the same time, talking about the Vedas for their benefit. You do this karma you do, you will get this benefit. This karma has to be done like this. For this, you have to pay this much Lakshmi. Don't you think this all are like Prajalpas? Okay. So, once we are able to control our senses only, the mind control will be proper. Without controlling senses, if we try to control our mind, obviously that person is a pretender. He is not a real person. Means he is not a real sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi? Sannyasi is not one leaving everything, going to the forest and sitting. I'll tell about the story, what you are seeing. But before that, so many sannyasis we see in Himalayas, Haridwar, etc. But they are not renounced. What is their renounced? And their attachment has not been totally perished. They have the sense enjoyment. They want to enjoy the senses. But outwardly, they are pretending as if they are sannyasis. Here the story is, has Mataji posted the attendance? Okay, I will tell a story. Mataji can post attendance, Mataji. This Bharat Maharaja's story, so many times you all might have heard also, but for those who are new, many are already attending, they have attended classes. Those who are new, I will only tell in very short. He is Bharat Maharaj, after whom our India, Bharat, has been named. He is Rishabhadev's son. Rishabhadev, Prachinapari's son. The story is in Bhagavatam. Rishabhadev is like, he is one of the 100 sons of Prachinaparis. And he is such an elevated and exalted devotee, enchanted devotee. And because though he was a king, he was ruling the entire Bharatvarsha, but still he did not give up his devotion. He was doing only all pious activities. What are pious activities? Prescribed by the Vedas. Activities which have been prescribed by the Vedas. Vedas tell, no, you do this. He used to do only those activities. Impious are which are prohibited in Veda. So that his son Bharat Maharaj, he at a very young age, he started, he captured all, anyway, they were ruling the entire Bharatvarsha. But at the very young age, he wanted to renounce his duties. He distributed all his kingdom to his sons and he went to forest. Forest, why? He thought in forest, he can go as a real sannyasi. He is actually exalted. So he thought if I go to forest, what will happen? I'll be able to all the time focus on the devotion. I will always be able to focus on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I can meditate and I can easily reach God's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet, thinking he went to forest. But though he was very exalted, elevated, maybe these senses are very difficult to control. That is why we should be always in sadhu sangha. Even if we fall down, what is the meaning of falling down? Even if our senses are controlling, even our senses control us a lot, we are dragged to a sense control, sense gratification. Our devotees will pull back. Even Krishna will pull us back. Once a devotee, Krishna will pull. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananya bhak sadureva samantavya samyak vyavastito hi saga. He says in 9th chapter, once if my devotee falls down, there is no problem. Because he is my devotee, it is my duty to put him back. I will fix him back in devotion. It doesn't mean it's Namo Balat. What is again meant by Namo Balat? On the name of the name, chanting. Oh, I will do some mistake today and tomorrow I will chant more. No, not like that. By mistake. Krishna says, Abhichet Sudhuracharo. By mistake, that elevated devotee falls down for some reason. Okay, I will put him back. This is what Krishna says. So we have to be always with association. This Bharat Maharaj, after going to the forest, he got attached to a baby deer and all his focus, everything was all the time started thinking about the baby deer. So unfortunately, at the time of death, whatever we think only, we will become the next birth, no? So what did Bharat Maharaj think? Obviously, the baby deer. So he became big. It was the time for death. He thought, after me, who will take care of this baby deer in this forest? It's a forest. It's a very small baby. So obviously, next birth, he became a baby deer. But Nega Vikramanashosti. Do you remember yesterday 2.40? I told by heart this, I'll keep on referring. Nega Vikramanashosti. In this path, there is no diminution. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. Even if you have done little bit in bhakti, that from there you will take on in the next birth, I said. So obviously, yes, Bharat Maharaj, what happened? He remembered all pious things, what he did in his previous birth. So next birth, though he was born as a deer, he used to always live in the forest near the ashram. And he used to all the time hear the Vedas, because in the ashrams, the munis used to chant Veda mantras. He also used to hear the Veda mantras. So next birth, he became a Jadabharata. Jadabharata was again exalted devotee. Then the Lord took him back. So that means the Lord gives everybody a chance. Once a devotee, always a devotee. That you can remember. Once a devotee, always a devotee. Because Krishna will take care. Once if we prove, once we tell Krishna, Krishna, I am surrendered under your lotus feet, he will take. Okay, correct? Okay. Now, we were talking about karma. This chapter is karma yoga, activities to be performed. Which are the activities we perform? We perform actually 3 types of activities. So you please note down this. One activity which is needed for taking care of this body. So bodily activity. Another activity which is very important to take care of our mind. Okay? Manasik activities. Another one which is to take care of the soul. That's why I said subtle is easy. Taking care of the, just now in the introduction, I kept on telling you, remember, easy to control the outwardly senses. Same way, easy to take care of the external body. If something is happening, we know very well in the external body, something is happening, easy to control. If somebody is going through a trauma, if somebody's emotional status is imbalanced, it's very difficult even to know why is it imbalanced. First of all, it's difficult to know it is imbalanced. Then why is it imbalanced? Then how to rectify it? How to balance it back? Very, very difficult. So, Stula, very easy to take care of our bodily activities. What do we do by bodily activities? We go to office, we earn. Why do we do all these things? To take care of our kith and kin, means to take care of our family people, to take care of our society. In the society, we can't throw rubbish, so we will clean the environment in and around. So all these things are bodily activities. Then comes mental activities. That is to take care of our mind. Mind should be directed towards the path of devotion. The mind should always tell us, all these I am doing because to please Krishna. What is the main objective of Veda? You can note down, I told before also. What is the main objectives of Vedas? Samsiddhim haritoshanam. Samsiddhir haritoshanam means to please the Lord. To please the Lord. Whatever activities we perform, that activity should please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that means when will it please? See, if the child is doing very well, parents are very happy. Wow, my child is a very nice person. He always speaks the truth. He always, helps people. Parents will happy. Same way, our father, our forefather, eternal father, won't he be happy if we are mentally purified? See, purification is very, very important. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Why do we do all this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc.? To purify our mind. Why do we need to purify our mind? Because the Paramatma is also noting down everything what is happening in our mind. So Paramatma will be very upset if our mind does not do. There are 20 process qualities are there to imbibe. 13th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These verses tell about the qualities one person has to imbibe. 13th chapter. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantir, arjavam, Acharya Upasanam, Shantir, all these things. So what is that? Purity, self-control, ahimsa, non-violence, and Shantir Arjavam, to what do you call that? Trinadapi, Shuni, Chena, what do we say? To be humble, humility. Yeah. So all these things are very important. If these qualities are imbibed, obviously our eternal forefather will be very happy. Isn't it? Then finally the soul. Soul is, if time permits, again, I will tell a very small story at the end. How to take care of the soul, that is very important. Soul is very, 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 very subtle. The last element is soul in any body. So it's very subtle, things are difficult to control. But Bodily activities we can control. No, we go to office, we work, we perform activities, we earn for taking care of our family, etc. So for that, what do? We go earn a portion of that. We are supposed to give it back to all the devatas, right? We have the ability to we have the ability to perform every activity because the Lord has given us the ability. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam. 7th chapter. Balam balavatam chaham. I am the power in the Proverbs. Or I am the power of the Proverbs. If a person is balavan, uska bal mein hu. I am the strength. With my strength, he is able to work. So, when you have borrowed somebody else's, don't you think it is our duty to return it back? Same way we have borrowed rain from the Indra. Same way everything, earth, how much we disturb the earth these days. So are we not supposed to show our gratitude to all of them? All the 5 nature of elements, what is that? Space, air, fire, earth, water. 5 Pancha Mahabhuta. We should be very grateful for them. So how to show our gratitude? We show our gratitude through performing yajnas. Because Vedas say you perform yajna. So we have to perform yajna. If we have to perform yajna, what is yajna? Om Namaha Swahaya. We put no ahuti. Those ahutis are produced in the material nature. So we need to produce them. Finally, we give the Purnahuti with all the annas, everything, all the grains we put in it, coconut, cloth, ghee, dipped cloth, we put everything. We all need to produce that. So Vedas tell you do the yajna. So yajna say that to fulfill our yajna, so many things are needed. So we are supposed to produce them. That is why Krishna divided the Varnashrama Dharma. Brahmanas will be teaching, learning and teaching, and Vaishyas will be producing and distributing, isn't it? Okay. Kshatriyas will be protecting. That is why Arjuna was told by Krishna, your duty is to protect people. You are a Kshatriya. So now what happened? But that Brahma is giving us all from Brahma, the other devatas come. All the other devatas, 5 elements came from Brahma. Brahma created them. Brahma is the first original progeny. Adi Purusha has created him. That is the supreme personality of Godhead. He created Brahma. And Brahma created all other things. So all these Panchamahabhutas have been created by Brahma. Now, these devatas, in fact, devatas, I'm not talking about the nature. Material nature is created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. But there are Adhipatis for this material nature. Indra is the Adhipati for rain, and that Agni Deva for fire. So these people, who are these people, devatas? They have been created by Brahma. So Vedas say you do. Don't you think then they all are performing their activities perfectly? Indra gets rain on time. The sun say everybody, they all do their duty. So we have to be very grateful to them by doing yajna. For doing yajna is known as sacrifice. Actually in Sattva Yuga, Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga, then Kali Yuga. So in Satya Yuga, the sacrifice was meditation. What is sacrifice? Tapa. One has to perform austerity in order to go back to Lord's abode. So in the Satya Yuga, they used to always meditate at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they used to reach God home back. Then came, it is Treta Yuga. In the Treta Yuga, Yajna sacrifice was the sacrifice for Treta Yuga. Then in Dwapara Yuga, temple worship, going to different dham. What is dham? A place wherein the Lord resides. Chadam. We can Badrinath, Kedarnath, all these places we say dham. Dwaraka, Vrindavan, all these things are dhams. So next is Dwapara Yuga, it was Dham Yatra, worshipping the deities. In Kali Yuga, Nama Sankirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because going to different places will be very difficult. Focusing, mind, control, nothing possible in Kali Yuga, right? So much of distraction. That is why best is what? Get up early in the morning, 16 rounds. Prabhupada has given such an easy way. First, he said 64 rounds. Then he thought in this Kali Yuga, people will not be able to perform 64 rounds. He reduced it to 16 rounds. So the cycle, all of you are able to understand. What is the cycle? Brahma gave us the Vedas. Vedas give us the activities. These activities are divided into 3 Bhautik activities. Okay, we'll say first bodily activities, mental activities, and the activities towards the upliftment of the soul. 3 types of activity. So when we do physical activities, we produce many grains, and these grains are produced because of the devatas have given us all required elements like light, heat, rain, bhumi, etc. So it is our duty to show them the gratitude. How do we show the gratitude? We offer bhoga. At the end of the yajna, we offer Yajna Purusha. Who is Yajna Purusha? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. We offer this Ahuti, we offer. Okay, so then the Lord is pleased. Wow, my child is very grateful to me. My child gave me everything back. I need to give more to my child. So he is going on giving more prosperity, more gratitude. So this is a cycle. But what we don't understand anything. We waste water, we waste electricity, we, destroy the earth like anything. That is why in temples and all, you see, when we do yajna, the first thing what the Pandit say is Bhumi Puja, like that we do know. What do they do? While digging, excavating, so many earthly elements have been destroyed. Many worms, many insects in the earth might have been killed. So first thing is they give ahuti for all these elements which have been destroyed in the earth first. Beautiful that is, like in our inauguration, it happened in Mangalore, I said, no, last month. So there, the yajna while starting, Prabhuji explained so well. First we give the ahuti to Bhumi, then we give the ahuti to water. So like that he was going, then the fire, then the third one is air, fourth one is fire, fifth one is the space, akash. Like that we go. When we come down, it is in the reverse order. First the space came, shabda, then came sparsha, that is air, then came rupa, that is fire, then came taste, water, then came smell, earth. Okay, Hare Krishna. You understand this? See, if you are grateful to everything, whatever we have got in our life, that's the reason we say, after we perform any activity, we say, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Why do we say? Because without his wish, an atom cannot be moved. Okay, Hare Krishna. So please remember, Kali Yuga Dharma is Nama Sankirtan, Dwapara Yuga Dharma is temple worship, Treta Yuga Dharma is Yajna, and Satya Yuga Dharma is meditation. So in Kali Yuga, why do we say Nama Sankirtan? Who gave us this? How to believe? Only sitting at home, Hare Krishna, we chant, we will go back to Godhead. Yeah, that's a valid reason to trust that. We all are in Kali Yuga without valid reason, none of us will trust, isn't it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani, in the form of Radharani. He came. Krishna is blackish. Radharani is Gori. That comes now. Krishna, that's a beautiful song. It describes all Krishna's characteristics and Radha's. Krishna, Radha's. So here, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, expanded in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the mood of Radharani. Krishna expanded. Krishna manifested in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gave this Kali Yuga Maha Mantra. This mantra, if you chant, you will reach God home back. So how many of you want to go God home back? All of you recite this Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadigaura Bhakta Vrinda. Who are they? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Goshti. Bhagavan never comes all alone, right? Bhagavan comes with his Sanghas. So that is, like Balram always comes. So Nityananda. Nityananda is Balram. Advaita Acharya, he is Shiva, Shambhu. Okay, and Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. Shiva's Adi. Shiva says Narada Muni. So Bhagavan came with all these people, came and gave us this Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With your mind fully focused at the lotus feet of Krishna. Once you recite this, then you will see the bliss. Life will change. What will happen? The mantra is so addictive, it will enable you to chant again and again and again. That's the beauty of that mantra. Why? Because it was given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. He himself came and gave us this mantra. That is the reason. Okay? Okay. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनश्चन्तो भुञ्जते कर्मकिल्पिषै भुञ्जते ते त्वगं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins. Why? I'll tell. Because they eat food which is offered for sacrifice. So a person who is grateful only will offer bhoga to the Lord. And he will also do yajna. So when he shows his gratitude, what he eats is not papa. Without showing the gratitude to the Lord, I only earned, all money is mine. Because of me, I could buy all these fruits, all these vegetables. I am able to eat without offering. That is like eating sin. Tvanda desham tvanta gatam papa. Okay, that is eating the sin. So if we perform this sacrifice, what sacrifice? Offering bhoga to the Lord. So if you offer bhoga to the Lord will annihilate all the sins. See, it happens, vegetarian people, fine. But these non-vegetarian people, they argue for the sake of arguing. What do they say? Vegetarian plants are also, they also have life. You people cut a vegetable and you people, remove the pluck the fruits, pluck the vegetable. That is, they have got also life. Yeah, they are right. But what do we do? Same thing what we have plucked, we are offering to the Lord. So the Lord make the sin. There is no any activity performed for the pleasure of the Lord. There is no sin attached to it. Any activity. That is why Krishna tells Arjuna, I am telling you, go and kill everybody. There is no sin attached. You remember yesterday's lesson? We saw Krishna told Arjuna, the activities which are performed for my sake, by my order, I am ordering you. Go. That's why I said Veda, the purpose of Veda, main objective is samsiddhir haritoshanam. Okay, pleasing the Lord. Others who prepared food for personal enjoyment verily eat only sin. That is the reason we say, when many people ask in ISKCON, why do people don't eat onion and garlic? Onion and garlic we are not supposed to offer to the Lord. When we are not supposed to offer to the Lord, how can we eat? Why are we not supposed to offer to the Lord? Because they are tamasic food. See, when you cut onion, how much we cry? It is tamasa. It is not satvika food. Okay, onion itself tells, stop me, don't cut me. Still, we will wipe again. There are so many other ways to cut it. Then we, like thinking all the scientific advancement. But the thing is, onion and garlic are sattvic food. If we eat onion and garlic, our mood will not be in onion and garlic are tamasic food. If we eat, we will not be in sattvic mood. Okay, so if you want to chant in sattvic mode, we are supposed to stop this tamasic food. Like, what are tamasic food? Which are prepared 3 hours before, which are not offered to the Lord, which have the food like prohibited food, non-vegetarian or onion or garlic. all those things. Now, this is a beautiful slide. Very nice to understand our body. Very, very important. Exteriorly, outwardly, we see we have 10 fingers in hand, 10 fingers in leg, 2 eyes, 1 nose, 2 nostril, all these things we have. Only with this knowledge, some people are very happy. Kavo pivo ash karo. Kana aya samne, you eat it and you enjoy. Lie down in front of the TV and watch TV and enjoy. So this is, those people only understand the bodily concept. Beyond body, for them nothing is there. They are not even bothered about the prana. Can we live without the prana? They don't know. They don't.
Mataji, how it will come this onion non-vegetarian?
Non-vegetarian. It is not vegetarian, Prabhu, but it is a tamasic food. The food which are tamasic, rajasic and sattvic. They are related to the moods, Prabhu. You got me?
No.
No. Onion and garlic are described as tamasic food. Tamasic means what will happen? Pramada alasya nidrabihi. We will learn in the 14th chapter. Pramada alasya nidrabihi. Tamasic food, if we eat, we will be in pramada. Pramada means inertia, nothing, no activeness. Alasya, laziness. Nidrabihi, we feel always sleepy. So in Krishna consciousness, we can't do all these things, right? So Prabhupada has said, we are not supposed to eat tamasic food. Tamasic food, as I said, cooked before 3 hours, and all these things what you asked now, onion, garlic, and non-vegetarian, I said. It's a onion, garlic, not non-vegetarian. Onion, garlic, and non-vegetarian foods are tamasic food. Okay,
So why this say onion and this garlic should not take?
Yeah, I said, Prabhuji, tamasic food. Tamasic food means they are the root cause for pramada. Pramada means we don't feel like, actively performing things. Then alasya, they gives laziness. And they give pramada alasya nidrabihi. They give us lot of sleep. So in order to chant, we can't be all the time sleeping. So if we eat this food, we can't chant enthusiastically. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. So this bodily platform, some people are satisfied. Beyond that, as I told, they don't even want to regulate their breathing system. There is a system of breathing. If in 6th chapter, we will learn very nicely. Krishna only will tell us why all those things are important. So only a person who comes to a next level from the bodily concept, he will be able to understand the prana. Prana is what? There are 10 types of prana. At least main 5 types of prana running in our body. That gives us the sense. What sense? If we are able to breathe, we are alive. If we are not able to breathe, we are dead. So that sense, prana, apana, udana, vyana, prana, swaha, abana, swaha, vidana. All these 5 types of main air circulate in our body. So a person who is elevated, who is a little bit, come above the bodily concept level, he understands the prana level. Once a person very well know, this prana Lord has given me, because of that I am able to, this prana I feel in the form of consciousness in my body. The soul is there in my body, that is why I am able to breathe. All these senses, once who has got, they go to the next level. We go from outward to inward. Okay, so we go to the 3rd interior level, that is mental platform. So there is a mind. That is why in the beginning when I revised, I said easy to control the gross things, easy to control the eyes, easy to control the ears, easy to control the mind, but difficult to, what is that? Mouth. Easy to control the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, but difficult to control the mind. So then once if we are in mind concept, once if we know the mind has to be controlled by intelligence. Okay, so mind is about intelligence. Mind will say, go for that movie. But intelligence will say, you have exam tomorrow, don't go. But still, if the senses are not controlled, the mind will drag the body to the theater and we will watch movie and come. And what the mind was saying, you have exam tomorrow. The intelligence could not control the mind. The mind overruled the intelligence. Now, next day, your intelligence will be revealed in the exam. How much we'll be able to write, we know, isn't it? So beyond the intelligence, sukshma, more sukshma. Just now also I said 3 types of activities we perform: bodily activities, mental activities, and the soul related activities. So the last one is the spiritual platform, which is the soul. Okay, Hare Krishna. So 5. This is in Bhagavad Gita, I think in 8th or 9th chapter, Krishna tells this, the same slide, as Brahma Pucham. Brahma Pucham. Brahma Pucham means understanding our body with 5 levels: Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Kosha means sleeth, SLETH, bodily sleep, and what is it? Sensual sleep, it is kosha. Okay, mental sleep, like that. Hare Krishna. So we have to go from the gross to the subtle. Then it is easy to control. Hare Krishna. This is the best verse in this chapter. Indriyani paranyakor indriyebhya param manaka manasastu para buddhi yo buddhe paratastu saha. Indriyani param yahur. See, the working senses are better than the dull matter. Now listen very carefully. What is dull matter? There are so many people who can't hear. But do they have the ear? Yes, they do have the ear. So ear is there. But the ear is only a dull matter. Many people have eyes, but they don't have vision. Eye is a dull matter made up of the 5 material elements, 5 Pancha Mahabhuta. But it does not have the sense of seeing. Shotram, Chakshu, Sparshanam. Shotram, hearing. Chakshu, seeing. Sparshanam, touch. All these things are the senses. So gross matter is senses are better than the gross dull matter. And mind is higher than the senses. That is why I keep on saying, before you try to control your mind, control your senses. Don't tell the mind, I should not eat. Control the tongue, I should not eat. Easy to control. Mind will not listen. It will keep on telling what is not good for you to eat. But tell that tongue, I am not supposed to taste this. That's all. If you know very, very well, you don't have control over gulab jamun and it's not good for you, you have a sugar. First gulab jamun, you tell the tongue not to taste. Okay, Hare Krishna. Then the intelligence is still higher than the mind. Intelligence only has got the wisdom. What is wisdom? The analytical ability to distinguish the right from the wrong. Go for a smoke, written on that. So cancer, it kills. It leads to cancer. Intelligence will tell for 1 minute, you will suffer. But the mind says, dekha jayega baad mein. And then we go for sense pleasure. So intelligence should be controlling the mind, rather the mind not controlling the senses. Mind should control the senses, intelligence should control the mind. Okay, so now from the gross, if we go, what happens? First we have the dull matter, which do not have the senses, and senses are put into yes. When the baby is in the womb of the mother, the body is formed. Then the soul enters the body. In Bhagavatam, I think 3rd canto, I'm not very sure, beautifully everything is explained. How the baby is conceived, how the organs are formed, how the soul transmigrates into the body, how that soul suffers so much for 9 months in that small space, in that, what is that, mal, mutra, everything. The soul suffers and the soul prays the Lord, Lord, please take me out. I am not able to bear this. And once we come out with this material entanglement, we forget what we suffered. We start enjoying more, day by day by day, and we forget the Lord. That's it. Okay. So when we sit in the car, does the steering control us or should we control the steering? So the intelligence should be controlling the mind. The mind should be controlling the senses. So first we have to control the senses. Okay, Hare Krishna, very wonderful. And next also is beautiful. So this verse, if you all remember, it will be very easy for us to control our senses. Vacho vegam manasakrodha vegam jigva vegam udarapastha vegam etan vegan vichageta diraga sarvopiman prithvim sa shishyat. Who can make disciple in the whole entire universe? Vacho vegam manasa krodha Jihva, Udara Prastha. Vacha, speech. Manasa, mind. Krodha, Udara Upastha, the belly and the genitals. So a person who is able to control all these 6 only will be able to make disciples. Nectar of instruction, the first verse, Srila Rupa Goswami has given us this. Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai. So this again analogy given by Srila Prabhupada will help you all to understand. Oh, I went to the, okay, for once you forget what you saw. By seeing this picture, what are we here seeing? 5 horses are there in the chariot, and all 5 horses can be controlled by a rein. That rein is in somebody's hand, who is the driver, and a passenger is sitting behind the driver's seat in the chariot. So this is the chariot figure. Okay, all these 5 horses with the different colors, these are compared to our different senses. Senses also have got color, but we don't have time to go into detail. All these horses are compared to 5 senses. Okay, what is that? Shotram, Chakrus, Parashanam, Rasanam, Granam. Seeing, tasting, touch, hearing, and smelling. Okay, all this. And everything is control one rein from one's mouth, and it comes with one catch in the hand of the controller. Who is the controller? The actual intelligence. But what the reins are compared to is the reins are compared to the mind. Horses are compared to the senses. So these reins are the mind. Mind and senses. Senses will pull the mind towards all the direction. Mind will also run. But the intelligence should have more power to control the thing. But the passenger, unfortunately, in our bodily concept, the soul, here in the car, if we sit, we keep shouting at the driver, who told you to come on this way? Go on this way. But this soul, who is the passenger, will not speak. It will only keep on seeing. Where the driver is taking, oh, you want to go to a club? Go enjoy. Oh, you want to go to a pub? You go and enjoy. Like that he'll be seeing, but he'll be noting down everything. That's the only difference. Okay, so the soul, yak pashyati, chapashyati, the soul will only note down everything. And beauty is, whatever we desire, whatever small thing in your life, you may have the experience. Somewhere or the other, down the lane in our life, you might have wanted something, desired something that will come to you 100%. When the soul will desire, when Paramatma will desire, the soul desires, the Paramatma decides. So the soul decided sometime back, I want this, but the Paramatma who is sitting in everybody's heart will decide when to give it. Okay, so like say for example, I want to be very, very, very rich before my soul leaves my body. I think I want to be extremely rich. I may become a dog also in a rich family. It's not that I only will become a rich man and enjoy in the next life. Rich man's dog enjoy a lot. They also live in the same AC, isn't it? Whatever the king enjoys, the accompanieds also enjoy, right? No doubt in that. Same way. Hare Krishna. Same thing what I told. What I said just now, same. Yadyadacharati shesha taddati evetaro janaga sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. Whoever is a great man, we all try to follow. We all have one role model for us. We all have one leader for us. We try to follow them. Is it not? So, what is very important? A person who is in Krishna consciousness should lead by example. He should be chanting. He should be control. He should be actually, he will be, that all the gurus, they all are self-realized souls. What is self-realized souls? They know they are not this body. They are the soul. And Tattvavit, they have understood the Tattvas. By how? By hearing from the Acharyas, their Guru. They heard from their Guru. They heard from their Guru. Yesterday we saw in the picture, you remember? Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Baba Kishora Dasa Thakur. Then we know the Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. Like that in Parampara. So, about whatever the leader does, others follow. We are supposed to follow Acharyas in their path. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevayam. We will see in the rest of the chapters. We have to politely, obediently ask out to our acharyas how to lead our life. And what they tell us, we need to follow. Okay. Oh, last but one slide. This one, I will take 1 minute. I don't know the time actually. We are on time. It's okay. Anicham. The verse is not given. But 3rd chapter, 36th verse. Anicham. Icha means what we all know, desire. Anicham, without desire. Balad. Balad means by force. Nobody wants to. You all have the book, so later you can read this meaning. We all have, as we spoke about now, a soul is there, Paramatma is there, and we all have a mind also, intelligence also. Sometimes you all might be thinking, if the Paramatma is inside, why do we do wrong things? Why does the Paramatma stop then and there? Why does he give us the permission to do wrong things? Like that, these kind of questions are very normal. Why does he permit us? Because that soul desired. He's our father. He's our father. And he has given us the free will. Anything we can desire, he has. As I told, unfortunately, this soul sitting in the passenger seat will not control, I said. Why? Because we have taken this body. The reason we desired to take this body in the previous birth. Lord only was sitting inside and told, Tatastu, we got this body. So which body we want in the next birth is in our hand. Nobody need to blame later. You need we need a mango tree. We have to sow the mango seed. After sowing the cactus seed, when the time comes to harvest, if we say, oh, I got a cactus, there's no point. 8th chapter will beautifully tell how to take care of our next birth. These are not the beginning. 3rd chapter is Karma Yoga. Do your activities by surrendering the result to the Lord. Do the activities, only that will please the Lord. So obviously, there will be no chori, dakaiti, etc. We all know. And will Lord be happy? The Paramatma is sitting in my heart. If I do this, how bad he will feel. As a mother, father, how much bad we feel when our children do something wrong. Okay, but why are we not able to? That question is answered by this slide. Okay, so Anicham, even though we do not want to do wrong things, we are forced to do balad by force. Why are we forced? Because of the karma. The soul is the subtle body, I said. So when the soul leaves the body, it takes the mind, intelligence, and soul all together, transmigrates into another body. The Stula Sharir is perished. Stula Sharir, depending on the religion, destroyed, or it is whatever, burnt, whatever it is. Okay, but the Sukshma Sharir took all the desires. So the Lord will give that particular body, which is for fulfilling the desires which the soul took. The soul wanted to eat lot of non-veg. The soul went, the Lord will give a lion body. Go eat. Right? Like that. Okay. Now, this slide, this particular 3:6 is the previous verse. 37 is the next verse. No, I think it is 42. According to me, Dhumrena Hevrete is the last but one verse. It should be 3.42 if I am correct. Dhumrena Vriyate Vaknir Etadarsho Malena Cha Etoblena Vrato Garbhas Tata Tenedam Avratam. Avratam means covering. Avratam. Like a soul. Soul has got 4 covering. Above the soul, we saw just now, no? What was that? Above the soul, the intelligence. Above the intelligence, the mind. Above the mind, the senses. Like that, we saw one covering. Okay. So, same way, Avratam is covering. So, what are the things we see? There is one mirror that is covered. There is smoke. Smoke covers. If there's big smoke, we can't see what is beyond that, behind that. It covers. And same way, a baby in the womb of a mother, it has got also covering. We know in the uterus, it has got the covering. It has to break through that and it has to come out. Now, why that is given? Krishna is telling here how difficult it is to overcome or break open these coverings and come out to please Krishna. That's what is very important. Now, if we go out of station 1 year, 2 years, we lock our door and we have gone out. Nobody is cleaning in between. Imagine. So when we open the door after 1 or 2 years, on everything you touch and see, there will be layer of dust. So similarly, you stand in front of the mirror and try to see yourself. Will you be able to see? No, not at all. What will happen? There is a dust covered. Similarly, that you imagine olden days, the koila means koila, all of you know, no? Coal, that stove used to come. People used to do fan and the fire used to come. So koila is there, the coal is there, and it has got smoke in it. But it doesn't have fire, it's not burning. The smoke is coming. We keep on doing, the fire will come. Okay? So that means smoke is covered by, fire has been covered by smoke. And we have to do the foo, then the fire comes out. Same way on the mirror, with the cloth, with the choline, you have to wipe. Then the avratam will be cleaned. But for the baby, how difficult it is to open that bag and come out. So difficult it is, right from the uterus, the avratam. It has to open, tear and come. Okay, so what Krishna is saying is, if Malena, what is Malena? We saw, if you remember Gita Mahamyam, the very first day, why do we have to read Gita? In that, Malena cha, this body is full of Malena, dirt. We saw that. So all these things are the dirt which is covered in the mirror. We have to clean. So getting the fire from the smoke is little easier. It means what? With a little effort, the fire will come. Not much. When fan used to be there those days, you just should do the fanning, fire will come. But for the mirror, with a little force, we have to apply force and clean the mirror. And for the embryo, it is very difficult to open and come. Okay, so same way, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to, the body is full of dirt. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. In our mind is covered with all this dirt. So purification, just now today I spoke about purification, if you don't remember. Correct? That purification process is what? First it starts from hearing. What is the purification process? Navavida Bhakti. Navavida. 9 process of Bhakti is the purification process. Okay. First is very easy. Okay, what came first? Space. Sound came. So, sound. We have to keep on hearing. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's glorification. We have to keep hearing. Then hearing, chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Pada Sevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. 9 I said. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Bandhanam, Archanam, Atmanivedanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Navavida Bhakti. Okay, so hearing, first chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, hearing, Vishnu Smaranam, glorification of the Lord, keep on remembering the Lord, and Pada Sevanam, Lakshmi, that's all the time, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, Archanam, Vandanam, glorification, and doing worship. Then Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Dasyam, we can serve the Lord as a Dasa, like Hanuman did. We can serve the Lord as Sakya, as Arjuna did. We can serve the Lord as Atmanivedanam, as Bali Maharaj did. So if we serve the Lord, then all these avartis will be cleansed, clean. So this is the process of purification, cleaning our mind. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. So what did we learn? First, Krishna told Arjuna asked Krishna, "Oh Krishna, tell me to fight also, tell me to renounce also, tell me to acquire knowledge also. Sorry, tell any one thing." Then finally Krishna will say, knowledge is important, how to fight. But at the same time, I am telling you to fight, so go and fight. What he says, at the order of me. I am ordering. Sansiddhir Haritoshanam, to please the Lord. Arjuna is told to fight for the order of Krishna. It is a dharma. No one should get doubt. Is it dharma, Mataji? Yes, exactly. The Sipahi in the LOC, line of control. They kill. That is their dharma. They have to do that. Otherwise, we can't live peacefully. Adharmic people, Krishna did this. Why? Because all the people, Bhumi Mata went to Krishna to ask, I am feeling so overburdened. I am not able to bear my weight. All those adharmic people are there on me and destroying me. That is the reason Krishna decided to come. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam, to annihilate all impious people. He came full Yadukula. He killed when he took avatar, right? He came as a Krishna avatari. Yadukulas and this Kauravas all killed. Why? Because Bhumi Mata went and prayed to the Lord. Okay? Then, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do the duty, but don't get attached to it. Nishkama. Kama means desire. Without any desire for yourself. Whatever you do should be the desire for the Lord. Samsiddhim Haritoshanam. Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. Karma Kanda is what? Doing the prescribed activities as it is for self-benefit. Self-benefit. Putra Kameshi Yajna. Dasharatha did. That is prescribed in Veda. That's a pious activity. But why did he do? He wanted children for self-desire. He did the right thing, which had been beautifully prescribed in Veda. But that is Karma Kanda, not Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is what? Same activity. Oh Krishna, of course, I want children in order to take care of this dynasty. It is your dynasty, Krishna. You have established everything. I want this to go in a safe hand. That is why I want children. I am doing the yajna, but I don't enjoy the benefit. The benefit is yours. Whether you give it or not, that is your desire. But I am doing this yajna, Krishna. That is all Nishkama Karma Yoga. There is no kama, nishkama, no desire for self. Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do everything for Lord's pleasure, not for our own sense gratification. Then lead by example. Yadyadacharate Shreshta Tat Karma Pravartanat Visa. Whatever a leader does, everybody follows. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, being a Kshatriya, get up, go and fight. People will follow you. Being a Kshatriya, you leave this war and run away. Future also people will not fight. If nobody fights for Dharma, how can the Dharma be protected? So in order to protect the Dharma, one has to fight. So Arjuna, be an example. Yesterday we saw, if you run away from the battle, people will talk ill about you. They will tell you are a coward. And you will not be able to bear that. Minute by minute, you will be dying. Krishna said, right? So now he is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, go, lead by example. Tomorrow people will see. Arjuna also fought. Arjuna also killed people. So for any impious thing, we should not hesitate to take a bold step. This is a lesson, management lesson. Whether it is good or not, if the management is telling anybody to do something impious activity, it is at least our duty. We have to listen to them if we are working. But it is at least our duty to go to them and tell them this is impious. This is not supposed to be done. Still, if you tell me to do, we will do it. But we will tell Krishna, Krishna, I am not doing it for my sake. A butcher, there's a story. Srila Prabhupada says, a butcher working in a butcher shop, he is subject to sin. There are 5 people who are subject to that sin. Right from those who grows, right from those who cooks and keeps on the table. So a cutted person who is working as a butcher also is sinful. But this butcher, he only for the sake of his family. So what finally Prabhupada told, it is always better if you can look for, it's a practical thing in Srila Prabhupada Charitamrita, Leelamrita book, it is written. Then finally Prabhupada told, slowly, gradually you do one thing, side by side you look for another way for running your family and gradually give up this. But till that time, you say, Krishna, I am not doing it for my pleasure. Krishna, I don't attach or I detach myself with the result. Karma, the palatyagam, that is known as. We will read in the next chapter. Karmanyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma palaketurbur mate at sangotsva karmani. Pal se nivarta ho jao. Pal is according to the Lord. So we have to detach ourselves. Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpatarupasya, Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavibhyo, Namo Namaha, Ananta Koti Vaishnavarinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all
Hare
glories.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Devotees, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Everybody.
Thank you.
I have said it has hurt you, kindly forgive me. And if I have said anything wrong, kindly share with me. We all are learning together. It's nothing. I know something. That's why I'm saying not at all. We all are sharing Krishna's knowledge, Prabhupada's purport. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Anybody having any doubt now? Such beautiful chapters are, I myself, I am feeling, I'm really grateful to Aishwarya Mataji, who has a trust in me and who has given me, she is my Shiksha Guru. She is in Mangalore ISKCON temple and Namanishta Prabhu is our Shiksha Guru. And I'm really grateful to them because we don't teach. We glorify the Lord. How many times I said, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, glorification. Therefore, everybody's glorification only we share the knowledge with each other. Hare Krishna. Anybody having any? Let me see the chat. I hope you all have filled the attendance. Hare Krishna.
No, not filled.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can now. Well, by then I will tell a very small story. I told no, you all can hear. Very small story. How to take care of the soul. Very difficult. We will not be able to, but with this story we can try. There was a king. That king was, so nice. Last time also I told the same. Last time only I learned the story and said, so Janani Mataji and all might be knowing this. Okay, that king had a son. That king was a very pious king and very effective, efficient king. But he somehow felt that his son was not that effective. So he wanted his son to become very pious like him. What he wanted is, he wanted his son to become eligible for giving protection. You see, it's not that my Raja, you take it, my son. No, giving protection to everybody. So he went to an ashram. He told the guru, their sannyasi, or Guru, you take care of my son. He'll be here with you. And he, of course, sent one servant also with his son, because his son was not that independent, living in palace. So they all went. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That environment, no, everywhere it will be cow dung. It will not be that is spick and span as the palaces. So many servants are there to clean everything, etc. So unfortunately, this son was not liking everything. And the food also, total sattvic food. Sattvic food means which give us the energy to always talk about Krishna, glorify Krishna. That is sattvic food. Okay, and that is prasadam always. So Krishna's saliva is there in the prasadam. That is why we get that energy, enthusiastic. Okay, fine. So he was not liking it. So what he did, he just told his servant to make a separate place near the ashram only. And he said, I will live here only. You cook whatever I tell you, but I will go in the morning to the ashram, learn everything, whatever the guru is teaching. We'll come back, eat again and go. We'll go on. Okay, this guru was noticing this. Guru said, I'm teaching him so many things, but he's not showing any improvement. There's no improvisation taking place. What is happening? Then he came to know that he is eating what the servant is cooking. So, okay, he told the servant, oh, servant, don't cook whatever he asks. You have to cook whatever I say. And servant told, my dear Guru, I am supposed to listen to the prince. That is my dharma. Right? So we have to do dharma. King has sent me only to take care of the prince. So whatever he is doing, I need to take care of him. Whatever he says, I have to listen to him, Guru. Oh, he said, okay. But a wise thing the Guru did, that is what we all need to understand. The Guru straight away went to the king and told the king, oh king, you may be thinking that your son is learning everything. Jaisa anna, vaisa man. Right? His mind is not purified because he eats rubbish. He is not eating from the ashram. So his mind is not purified. So don't blame me later. He came back. Now king is a pious king. He called the servant. Oh servant, what do you cook for him? He said, okay. No, hereafter, whatever the Guru tells, you will cook that. That is my order. Okay, he went. And he started cooking. One day before, he will ask Guru what he is supposed to cook. He will cook and give him. And this prince again got a little bit of, aggressive. He scolded the servant. What is this? I asked for something again. No, prince, I am really sorry. It is my dharma to follow the rules of the king. Okay. So, okay, fine. And now there is no other go. He was a very obedient son, not like nowadays, so children don't listen. Oh, my father said, he started eating sattvic food. And he started getting whatever the Guru is saying. So here, the son is like the senses, isn't it? And the, who is that? Servant. Servant is like the senses. The mind, that is the son, princess. And the intelligence is the Guru. And the king is the soul. The intelligence did one thing intelligently. What was that? Went to the soul and surrendered to the soul. My dear soul, I will not be able to give what you want. Right? Then the king took care of everything. So we need to tell our intelligence, but empowering the soul. That is why I said Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnana or Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, soul, Anandamaya. To reach that level is difficult. But easily we can do that, no? What? Oh, my dear Lord, you are there in me. My mind is not listening to me. I don't know. Whatever you do, you please take care. That much we can do. Slowly, gradually, purification will start. Right? Hare Krishna, I am very grateful to Radheshyam Prabhu. Who is Radheshyam Prabhu? He is the president of ISKCON Pune temple. His story it is. I heard in one of his lecture. So I have used it. I am very grateful to Radheshyam Prabhu. Radheshyam Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Yes. Any doubt anybody having? This process is purifying process. I am telling all of you, very wonderful process. The more we hear,